Hi, greetings from Egypt. And you're probably saying, why is Jeff in Egypt? Well, I think about 3,500 years ago, the Israelis were asking themselves the same question. But the thing is that the reason I'm here is that I've been asked to kind of mentor the Middle East again. In that, I don't want to be the director. I'm directing way too much stuff. Instead, I want to train up the Middle Eastern leadership to stand on their own. Just like we do at villages, we want our staff to be self-directed and self-led. So I'm not directing the Middle East again, I'm just helping our staff grow so that they can take it over someday. But I really enjoy being here in Egypt, even though it's a short trip. The first place we went was to seeing some Sudanese refugees. There was a war or conflict about 2 years ago, and many Sudanese left. And the Sudanese have their own school. They can't go to a government school. They have their own school. And the people there, they were like, people do relief. People pass out stuff, but you're the only guys that help us. In that we are trying to teach them to be self-sustainable. And the thing that I loved about these people is that they said, we want to reach the kids so we can help the entire community. These people got it. Sitting in this room with a dozen people, and they were sharing a dozen principles of transformational community development, and they probably knew TCD better than many of our staff. Then later on, we went to see the Nubians. Nubians, like this near mythical people, down in Aswan, down by the Great Dam, and it was great seeing these kids. They're dancing and singing and clapping and saying that they're wonderful and they're loved and they're valuable. And then after the kids left, we were sitting with a half dozen or so of the leaders, and they talked about how the health lessons and the business lessons and the rooftop gardens. But then this old gristly farmer says, your marriage seminars were the biggest hit. Because what happened is one day I came in from the field and I was all grumpy, and my wife, because she went to the seminar, she didn't react. She didn't get angry back at me, and that calmed me down. And so you have helped my marriage. That's transformation. That's what we're looking for. And so the thing is that I also kind of came to help kind of set up future short-term trips here. We'd love to have you come and experience and see what's happening here. And so if you're interested in a short-term trip, I'd say email me, but I can't make that appear on my screen. Instead, just hit reply on the email, and I'd love for you to possibly come next year to maybe come and see one of our villages or one of our transformed villages, meet some of the refugees, but also at the same time, if you have some time afterwards, maybe see some of the great sites here in Egypt. And I want to thank you for being a part of our support team. I know that Thanksgiving is still a couple of weeks away, but I want to be the first to say that I'm very thankful for you. Happy Thanksgiving.